abusia for communication minister Sam Goerge atumi atie Ghana for ensem a abusia na omo eka kire omo se ombo modern asom bema eye NCA across down some TV stations and radio stations ewo eye Ghana krom ha ampa. Sam Goerge eba, that's the communication minister by no odi aye adwuma se am no kase na se mpempia me no wo ekase ya ade a 56 radio stations bi wo ho a Sam Goerge suspended and answer was suspended, and some television stations bi wo so a abusia oguso a also suspended eba mako me pese mkasa ba no pese yeko na ekokotie TV stations a abusia odi omudin edi atudwa ene radio stations a abusia wasan so edi omudin edi atudwa na siwi na so wanyu chewa mode na ya kire ya adwen samwe ya de allow silence TV Kevin Ekobadu Taylor ena edini na ebeto eye ponte yenko ne nkoti emra ye be hye ne so dia ma esabusia ha eye be media je se ena ne dedi ko ni channel so a ye be so subscribe my notification bell so for more political updates ye ti emra sesia ye das
communications minister akan sembi na asama wakan ne say 56 radio stations face suspension over regulation breaches. Sam Goerge mo amwo PZ amonte brofo mo asebi mo asenkrigwa nipa bi de brofo dada mo ma menjudwam. In fact mo me enkotie de eye Sam Goerge ekan okan brofum mi wi a na medwudwam.
The other 6 stations are a part of a total number of about 63 radio stations whose frequencies are not going to be revoked but are going to be suspended. We've suspended the first 6. I will be coming to the House to brief the House fully on the outstanding ones. I have engaged the Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association. I have engaged the Media Foundation for West Africa, and they are fully aligned with the processes that we are undertaking. Because we cannot have a situation where media houses would flout the regulation and say that because of press freedoms, the conditions for their licenses will not be met. But like I said, I will not, like the previous administration did, be revoking licenses. There's a difference between the two. I will be suspending the licenses, offering them the opportunity to remedy the anomaly in their cases. And in this case, there are huge fines to be paid. But once again, President Mahama has intervened and asked that we waive all those fines. In some of the instances, some of the fines are as much as 4 million Ghana cedis. And so this shows you that there is absolutely no malice in the action. Once again, President Mahama has intervened and asked that we waive all those fines. In some of the instances, some of the fines are as much as 4 million Ghana cedis. The anomaly in their cases. And in this case, there are huge fines to be paid. But once again, President Mahama has intervened and asked that we waive all those fines. In some of the instances, some of the fines are as much as 4 million Ghana cedis. And so this shows you that there is absolutely no malice in the action that we are taking. We're waiving it. We'll be giving them a window frame to remedy their situation. The 6 that were affected in the first phase, 3 of them have indicated to us and brought to the regulator the documentation required for the restoration of their frequencies. And I'll be authorizing the restoration of their frequencies. So no one should equate this or mistake this for the high-handed irrationality and politically minded actions that happened in the past.
All right, a year PZ for Mama Minjum because Brofone Yado, so I'm before this is your English in here. Intimation any woman the problem. You see, you PZ. Now, I hear Sam Goerge and the Okasano or say, a buying a take a decision be. Decision in your say, send a bit to me no cre at Ghana. Send a bit to me a no cre abo ubiaho buying. Send a year media houses. You can say media houses and your radio your print for her. Maybe it's a ghanaweb or muchatro and other a media outlets. Or say a bino a form what you say, where the Ekoma radio stations in Gua or say a radio stations by 57 dear. Omo license no, yeah, baby suspended. Or can be or see there's a difference between revoke and suspend. Dear Aslawusuni MPP Baye omoni daho share da revoking for license no. The difference between revoke and say obi ewo krata also ye juma na waje na waka che ne say medum u TV medum u radio wontumi nkasa mfrema mu biem medum no ene revoking. Ye ka say ya lines ya suspend ya meaning say why ya ade bia ewo say sebi wo kire sɛdeɛ ade na wo yɛ no wontumi wonyɛ saa ade ni biem wa kyerɛ sɛ efiti ebia enne kɔ no nsɛm bia na wo ka nyoma bia na wo yɛ wodi wo radio no ana wo TV no ɛyɛ na etia kabi mami kabi etia ɛyɛ nsɛm ebetumi akyekyere man no nyoma wa yɛ a endi mu a etumi sɛi kuro atoro a wodi wo radio no edi no wagye atum sɛ ampa wo yɛyɛ na ɛkɔ anim no saa nyoma no wobɛtwe wo ho afiri ho na wantwe wo ho amfiri ho a yɛbɛtumi revoke anase yɛbɛtumi edum no. Enti for now no Sam Goerge say the 57 radio stations no oba be suspend the license no if you say sa suspension no kura no ebi kura de car yɛkeka boma ko 4 million Ghana. Na John Mahama na aka or see it is very important we keep our media houses, our radio and the media part of governance. E wo mu said do no de car say Sam Goerge any ministry ni ya o madwene say omu kodi sika ne nko achi a omu mu dodo no enya de ombesa ba online biem because obi wo ha ebia mistake oye no na enya deliberate ebi so wo ha mistake no omo no e deliberate in the John Mahama say sikasem na ewo mu no Sam Goerge mfanto nchen kakra na on adhere to the rules and regulations on fa emrani nya adwuma. Sam Goerge say on Ghana Broadcasters Association atnase amomati asie say decision we are all taking no enya decision or share them and I say or etimupo and it comes with some malice. A decision are purely based on evidence ekutano and it based on edia emra ebode djuma ho ban. Into ono onye asla owusu sebio etimodin any otan any nkwasiade or share da edum radio gold eji omo license shutting it down also onye sa. Yeah, ba suspend the 57 radio stations way. Na obi obeba beka na asem ye. Abekire se wonu no ho. Bone a odi ye no. Sebio na nani da ho na nani nda ho. Na emom yensa man another chance to continue production. Or say they are open to that conversation. Inti oma Asante mine, oma Bono mine, Cape Coast mine, oma awonafo ene edien srebufo nzemafo obi atiase se NDC aban nti se MPP aban a omu opposition a omu adwene ye omu se oso omu ba no mu be say obi adwuma. But the omu person ye say omu person omu bo Ghana ho ban. Omu person omu bo kebi mami kebi ho ban. Omu person omu make sure say radio station asem bia be free wa ba bia na asem a eye no kretro do a ebeboa oman no. Enu nti na eye communications minister Sam Goerge no make sure say radio stations are omu fum emra no e wo say ye suspend ye gi edien omu license no na ye gina ho kakra na ye totototo omu nyoma ye na omu ti asie say emra ba every say ne kasemu no o say radio station bebre akwhye bibia efre no eye freedom of speech ana kebi mami kebi ana say we dia yetumi kasa na obi antumi mboy ano so no o say radio stations bebre wo Ghana nipa bia bie ena ma hyeda akoka freedom of speech o makọ hye chire ena omu didi dwirimu omu didi bone omu di twatro omode say mine no sa nyoma nti ena wagina Ghana mraso as a minister to make sure say you're suspending 57 of them and make sure say omo adhere to the rules and regulations before their licenses are given back to them. Send ye beya on our way no so be sa ejina efum sam rana and you better make say a deliberate and that the laws have to apply. Maybe he needs or he will have to activate the revoking keys. And for now, it's going to be suspension. Se obi after suspension, no, na se sad munkra tamamo, ne ka se munko ye dwuma nko ka no kore, na ye sa kotiem ne hu se moni da ho twantro, say man no, gu nkofo hu fi abra mu ninjina so a, ene de he can revoke, meaning obeji mo license enfiri mu nsem, na enfiremem mu mbabiem. This is a good one. Because you see, it's always good to give people second chances. It is always to make sure people are given second chances to correct their mistakes. This is a democracy. This is not a tyranny. John Dramani Mahama and the NDC they want every Ghanaian to understand, say, as we are resetting, we should always understand, say, we have made mistakes and we will not go back to those mistakes.